Hello, hockey fans. Welcome to Canada Canucks. My name is RevTrev. I'm glad you're here. Boy, tonight was an entertaining game. This World Junior Tournament is just loaded with talent, and it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch every year, but especially this year. For some reason, this tournament was absolutely nutso. Man alive. Like even the United States versus Finland game in the quarterfinals of the playoffs. That was crazy. Today, Finland, Sweden, and then the Czechs and Canada. Phenomenal games. And I mean, a lot of the regular season or round robin games, I guess that's what we call them, were excellent as well. But man alive, it's disappointing to see Team Canada with this stacked of a team to lose. Now, the Czechs were not terrible. In fact, I was worried that this was going to happen. And Canada ends up losing 6-4. So huge disappointing loss. States and Canada are out now, the big boys, and the finals are all tapped in. So let's dive into this game. I would appreciate you to put some comments, things that you thought about the game, things that you loved, that you hated. But let's dive in. This is the post-game show, and I'm so glad that you're here. Let's dive into this conversation here. I wonder if I can I'll do it smaller, so bigger here, and I'll be small here. So let's take this off. So congrats to the Czechs. Congratulations. You won. You beat us. It is what it is. But 6-4. Here we go. So the Czechs end up scoring 3 goals in the third period. Absolutely nuts to think about. 1, 2, and then 3 goals. And you just can't let that happen. You can't let that happen. Canada just scored 1 goal each period and then 2 in the final frame, which you'd think that would be enough, but apparently not. Shots on goal, the Czechs had 36. We only had 24. They were fast. They were physical. They were skilled. They had good goaltending. They were a little bit more, in my opinion, disciplined than we were. So that is what happens. That is what happens. You just let them hang around, and you know that this can happen. And so we're sitting there. Penalty minutes are 20 penalty minutes to their 8. They're 8, everyone. They're 0 for 5 on the power play. We're 2 for 4. That's a recipe for disaster, right? So as you can see, Canada opens the scoring with Aginla. What a beautiful pass by Michael Misha. And but then they answer. And Kieran for the Czechs just got, I believe that is his first goal of the tournament. And then they just kept it on. They scored again early in the second period. Canada ties it up. Perek gets the goal. I don't know how he got the goal. It hit Reskny, and goes in, but they didn't count it. So whatever. All it is that Perek ties for third best Canadian defenseman of all time at this tournament. Phenomenal tournament. Ends up scoring there, which is amazing. Then the Czechs get another goal with Benek, and then Reskny ties it up in the third period, which is incredible. And then they just start pulling it. Every time we scored, they scored. So here we go. They score again. They go up. And we get the game-tying goal with Porter Martone. And he is the draft pick from the Philadelphia Flyers. So he was phenomenal. And then Poulton from the Czechs end up scoring the go-ahead one. And then we took some bad penalties. Reskny goes in and nails the goaltender. Did not try to get out of the way. Puts his shoulder down. Misha got the delayed penalty. Puts his hand on it. It's just a natural reaction. I don't think he really affected it too much, but that's just, they call that penalty in this tournament. Gavin McKenna was not good. not good for the one cross-checking penalty there that was earlier. Then the abuse of an official gets 2 minutes there. And now, so McKenna gets that. Then McKenna gets a 10-minute misconduct. And it's like, really, everything's falling off. Then they score the empty netter, and it is what it is. So goaltending line, Ors Ulak, I don't know how you say his name. He was phenomenal tonight. I really thought, I mean, Ivan Kovic was very good as well. We had 2 penalty shots in a row with Haig, and Haig did the exact same move on both shots, and that was difficult to watch. Like, really, even my wife, who doesn't really watch a lot of sports, she's like, so why did he do the same move again? And I'm like thinking, well, I guess he thought it was going to go in because it was going to work the first time, but you had to do something different, and he didn't, and that's what happened. And so here we are. The game ends up being 6-4. Disappointing loss for the Canadiens. Exciting win for the Czechs, but the penalties affected both games. I think they just affected us both. I thought the big TSN turning point, in my opinion, is when Brady Martin went down with injury. And I think you could make an argument that he's been our best player. I mean, him or Parekh have been our best players this entire tournament. And when he went down with that injury, he laid the hit, but got the worst of it. Looked like just the way he was holding his collarbone there, it looked like, I'm like, did he break it? And so he did not come back. And the McKenna update, everyone wants us to draft Gavin McKenna, but end of the day, this is what I was talking about. Yeah, you can score 3 goals against Denmark, but where are you in these big games? And now he had a move that looked unbelievable at the end. And if you would have scored that, everyone he would have got drafted first pick overall, right? So a lot of my friends have been texting me. My buddy Jeff is saying, he says, I'm really impressed with this Czech team. Big, fast, highly skilled in the ozone. They make us look slow and scrambly. I thought that was a good description of how well the Czechs played against us. But I mean, they have a long history of playing good hockey. So, it was a good game. It was a really good game. The better team won the game. That just like you gotta earn it, right? You gotta earn that, so they would be considered the better team. And there's their best forward is the guy on their team was he plays for the Kelowna Rockets. So, and Iginla had a great tournament. So there was a lot going on, everyone, and it was just a phenomenal game to be a part to watch. I know as a Canadian, it just sucks that we lost. And are you going to watch the bronze medal game tomorrow? I think tomorrow the game starts at 1:30 Pacific time. The thing is, I'm working, so I'm not watching this game. I don't. By the time the game's over, I'm off of work. So, so that sucks. But Canada versus Finland, everyone, tomorrow. That's going to be a very good game, and Finland's going to want that bronze medal. So I don't know. Is Canada just going to come out and say we didn't win gold? Now we're disappointed. We're not going to play. Let's go get the bronze, boys. Let's go get the bronze. And then the World Junior is the Czechs versus the Swedes at 5:30. And I don't know. Am I going to watch that game? I'm not sure. I've got a basketball practice that I'm coaching at. It starts at 7, so I won't be able to watch the whole game, even if I do watch it. So, yeah, it's too bad. I would have watched it and then paused it and then went to practice and came back and finished it. But I don't know. Might just look at the end score at the end of the day. A little sad about that. So what do you guys think about this game? Post in the comments. I'm going to dive into your comments right now. But before I do, I'm going to hit the promo. And thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Looking forward to what you have to say about the game. Yeah, so tonight's definitely therapy session for the loss for sure. But the Czechs earned it, and congrats to them. So, okay, we're gonna go to the top. Go Canada, go. Yeah, there's a lot there. We were hoping that we were gonna go to the final, but we didn't. Stuart is in the building. Good to see you. When we tied it up 3-3, I thought, oh, this is it. It's our turn, and then all of a sudden 4-3, and then everything went down. It was a nice goal, though. It was a nice goal. There was a lot going on. Not looking too good. You're posting this during the game. I didn't start it until the game was done. Refs going to be going wild. Feel bad for them. Question: are they American? I think they made the right calls tonight. Some of them that were weak, we also got a weak one as well. So, yeah. So yes, I can go live. I am going live. I am live right now. Yeah. So the 3-on-3 was tough. And then, the question is for I think 10 minutes. What was it? What was the question? Then 5 shootout shots. Was that? Oh yeah. Was that the Sweden game we're talking about? Not sure what. It's 5-on-3. Not. It's not 5. It's 5, not 3 shots in the shootout. But anyways, no problem. Okay. Yeah, I felt bad for that kid. What do you do with those emotions? I mean, as an adult, I'm having a hard time with it, and I get it. So, there was no kicking motion on that goal that they scored, not at all. So, game was over. Well done, Canada. Really, I don't think they did. I just think it was a great game. Just lost. Unbelievable. The Czechs paid the refs off both games. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, better luck next time, as the song says. Yeah, see, this is the question. And it's like, I think McKenna is a super skilled player. Don't get me wrong, elite in a lot of ways, but tonight was a night that we needed him to come out and show us something. And Brady Martin has been the best player on his line, and he fed Brady for a lot of goals. When Brady was gone, he kind of went invisible. And then at the end, he lit up back up when he needed him, and too bad he didn't score on that one beautiful. We had a little deke or two, and then boom, missed the net. So, oh my goodness. So, yeah, he made costly error for sure. Made costly mistakes. Tank for McKenna. I know some people are there. Luckily, I'm a Vancouver fan, so losing is the norm. I know, right? As Canuck fans, we're like, hey, A for effort. Should have had Coots out there. Well, he kind of cost us that one goal, so I don't know. They didn't really want to put him out there after that. Okay. So I feel like this game was the same as the last one, but Canada was Czechia and in that game. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I still think he's going to go on the top. I don't know. Is it that we're trying to tank for him specifically? Stenberg played really good today, had a beautiful goal today at a big game. I don't know. I think Stenberg's going to go first overall. At this stage, I think Stenberg's going first overall. We'll see. They're both still young, right? So it's hard to tell. You can't predict someone's future from just a few of these games, but it gives you a little bit of a compass, a little bit of direction for sure. So at this point, we don't need to tank to get McKenna. Yeah, I mean, Canucks we're unintentionally tanking. That was not goalie interference. Clearly pushed. I don't know. He didn't try to get out of the way. Looked like he lowered his shoulder. I think the refs were right on that one, but I don't know. Whatever. You know what? Just losing teams always complain about the refs. So we lost, and so that's kind of what you know. So Yeah, we still can. I mean, if we get McKenna, I'm still going to be happy. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't know if we're going to get him first overall. I don't know if he's going to go first overall. So, what do I think about the rest of the tournament? I mean, Sweden should win, but the Czechs might be the team that just finds a way. They found ways to win. They're no slouch. They're very, very good. So we'll see. Well, at least they got a chance at bronze, which is better than silver. I don't know about that. I'd rather be in the big dance, to be honest with you. Some of my favorite players in the tournament who played for Canada. I really like watching Brady Martin. I like Martone. Kreshny really impressed me. Misha didn't play great at the start and then started coming on. I liked some of his plays. Aginla was fantastic. Just trying to think defensively. I feel like I'm missing someone significant. Who am I missing? There's someone I'm missing. Oh, Perek. Perek stole the show in a lot of the games. So those are some of the guys that I really appreciated. I was hoping the Coots would play better, but he was okay. He wasn't great. Settle Down Now says the Czech team has no players in NHL U20. Canada would have Celebrini, Schaefer, Canton, Senek, and a couple of others if they were in the NHL. It's true. It's true, but our guys weren't there. Yeah, obviously, but like that gives these guys other opportunities. Haig would be a great, gave him opportunity. Yeah, there was some guys there that could play. I mean, Coots wouldn't be on the team if those guys were here. We would have one with Schaefer and Celebrate. 100%, guys. 100%. So, absolutely. But we didn't have them. So, Canucks no longer want McKenna. I knew he was a loose cannon. That was such a sore loser move on him. Yeah, it's disappointing. It's disappointing for sure. Porter goes and does his celly in front of the Czech bench and says, "This is our house. The kid is stupid and the team deserved to lose on a bad luck play, poor sportsmanship." There was a lot of jarring by all teams in this tournament. Like I felt like over the line, trash talk that surprised they didn't call more of it if you ask me. So yeah, and Mike, you're right. The Czechs were great, were really good 5-on-5. They were really good, and that's how you win games, right? And what's my opinion for February's Olympics? I'm pumped. I think Canada versus USA is going to be amazing. Swedes look good. Finns, I don't find that they look as good as I was thinking. Who else is there? There's other teams there that look solid as well. I can't remember off the top of my head. I feel like I've been so zoned in to this tournament that I'm not really sure. I wish Russia was there, but I understand why they're not. Prikvetti says, I don't really consider McKenna the top prospect anymore. Obviously, he will improve any team, but is he the overall best draft pick? That's what I was saying before the tournament started and saying I need to see something from him. I saw some flashes of greatness. I was impressed on many levels. I'm not saying he's a bad player. What I'm saying is if you're drafting right now, I think Stenberg goes number one. That's what I think. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe someone else ends up plays better and does that. Czechs look a bit more organized, just a hard-working unit, 100%. The athlete says Stenberg is a Swede with bite and physicality and works hard. Someone even on the broadcast I don't know if it was a highlight reel, said, boy, he looked like Forsberg out there. And I'm like, oof, that's what he's going to turn into. Man, that'd be awesome. McKenna has some growing to do for sure, not showing his full potential, but yeah, not first overall after this tournament. Yeah. The goaltender interference against Canada early in the game was bad, but Canada just kept turning the puck over. It's true. Good point, Dev Dog. I also think Verhoff will be a great pick. Very offensive defensemen that are able to get over a point per game are kind of rare. Good point. And I don't think he had a great tournament, to be honest with you, either. He was good, but I don't think he was great. But he's only 17 years old. He's going to play in this tournament for another 2 more years probably, unless he's kicking butt at the NHL level. So he's very good. So Mark Sears says 2 really bad calls affected the game, but we did not play good enough. Our top players did not show up, kind of Canucks-like. I think these guys played better than the Canucks, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. Canada will get him next year in Red Deer. I like that. It rhymes too. It absolutely rhymes. So, Dev Dog, you're right. Jack says, watch the game with my dad. Terrible defending by Team Canada. Awful coverage with flybys and flybys. Still high on the players for NHL careers. Canucks are in a good spot. Yeah, there's a lot of great talent at this tournament, everyone. Terrible defending by Team Canada. That's fair. I also think the speed of the Czechs was amazing. So that's just something to consider. Darren says Utah Mammoth have a really good player in Iggy Jr. I was really impressed with him. He's going to be a great future NHLer for sure. He looked really good. Galvis needs to get drafted after this. No, yeah, I think so. Speed, exactly. I think he does. Canada sucked big time. I wouldn't say they sucked. I mean, they were right there, man. They were right there. I don't know. I just find that it's a little bit too much, but I mean, you're entitled to your opinion for sure. Dreamer, some of those Czech players wasn't in their 3rd year too. I'm not sure. Possibly, not sure. For the roster, I mean, there's guys that I'm mad about that didn't make the team, aka Bedard and Schaefer, but overall, it looks like a solid lineup, and I'll do a video soon about that. Absolutely do a video soon about that. So I thought Canada took too many offensive defenders and they have done badly picking the teams of lately. You know what? Last year, I'd say yes to that. This year, not so much, but I understand what you're saying because we didn't end up winning. Teague, I think, is how you pronounce his name. Teague Iginla. So I think that's how you do it. But I'm awful at pronouncing names, especially when I don't know them for a while. Ken not being rewarded by creator. We're too woke. DEI. Okay, Cliff. McKenna was okay, but I don't think he lost the game at all. The defense was definitely the problem. Yeah, no, and I think that's fair. I also don't, but what I don't think is fair is we're not giving the Czechs enough credit. They're good. They're really good. They're in the finals, everyone. So can we give them a little? I know it takes a big man to do that, but like, let's just congrats to them. They earned it. They did it. They were better, right? So after seeing McKenna play, would you say he is first overall pick? I would not. In fact, before the tournament started, I said that I think Stenberg's going to go number 1. But we'll see. Maybe McKenna has an incredible tournament or incredible rest of his season and then go from there. Russ from Nothing is Perfect is here. Good to see you, Russ. Everyone hit the like and subscribe for Russ. He's awesome. The Canadian players were tired because the coach refused to roll 4 lines. Yeah, true. When that happens, it's just who the coaches trust, right? That's really what it comes down to. So what's up, Trev? How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm disappointed that we lost. Really disappointed and lost. That's why I bought I made the new Kempner Canucks hat for this tournament for the Olympics. So I'm happy about that. But I thought it was a fantastic tournament. I'm disappointed that we lost tonight. But I'm doing good. My Packers lost today, but it doesn't matter. We're going to playoffs. We're playing the Bears next week. If we beat the Bears at Soldier Field, oh my goodness, it will make my 2026. Yeah, it will be great. So hopefully that happens. Plus, Seahawks are unbelievable. They just dominated San Francisco the other night. They look for real. Them and the Rams look for real. So you agree with Nothing is Perfect. Okay, that's good. I'm glad you agree with him. Dream says Czech was good and had good bounces. Absolutely. Jack says Czechs deserve credit for sure, but just saying defensive coverage was bad by Canada. Multiple flybys on multiple goals. That's fine. That's fine. Czechs had heart, fortitude, something Canada's always had better than any other team. We're raising snowflakes. Wow, Cliff, pretty negative about our team here. Not the end of the world though, because it's not the Canucks or Olympics. But I would have loved to have seen us win. Exactly, Jack. Exactly. Yeah, so it was an interesting game tonight, everyone. It was just one of those ones where you're just sitting there and you're like, we were right there. We could have won this bad boy. We could have won it, but didn't. Really struggled at the end. And those goals were the backbreakers. So, yeah. Exactly. I think the Czechs look faster in the third. Canada was chasing. They scored 3 goals on us. So that's what I'm saying, right? So, but it's great hockey. Always great to watch. Win, loss, or draw for sure. Dreamer says, well, at least it was only 6-4 Czech. Probably could have won by more after the first period. If Green Bay wins against Chicago, they play Seattle in the divisional. Yeah, which is great. That'd be awesome. Pretty honest. I know you're being bold in your take for sure, but I don't think that Team Canada is a bunch of snowflakes. Like I really don't. I'm just sharing with you. If you want it, you want honesty, and you're welcome to share whatever you want. Like this is your opinion. That's fine. But to say that Team Canada is a bunch of snowflakes, I just disagree. I think it's too far. That's just my personal opinion. And so you can be honest, and I can be honest about that, right? I don't think we're snowflakes. I think we're tough. Okay. Darren says Bears are going to kick Green Bay's. Yeah. Okay. We won't talk a lot about this just because this is not the show. I do. If you want my football takes, go to RevTrev NFL for sure. Take that. I do tons of videos over there on my channels. But just a heads up, we won the first time we beat them, or first time we played them. The second time we should have won, but the Bears found a way to win. So we could have swept them. So this idea, and we didn't have Parsons for that game. So just a reminder, like this isn't like, oh, Bears are going to destroy us. We played third and second and third line stringers today and got pummeled offensively, but defensively we held them to 13 points. So I don't think the Bears are just going to roll over us. I wouldn't be surprised if we won the game. So Canada's discipline was terrible. That probably killed us at the end of the day. Vic, I think you're right, especially late in the third. Hey, I made it to the live stream today. Willington, good to see you. Hope everyone's doing well. We're doing good other than the loss. The better team won to I think Canada has more talent, but I think the Czechs played a better team game. So it's crazy how many first-round picks are there, I guess I'm just getting used to watching my teams lose. Winnipeg Jets. I just love watching hockey, especially good hockey like this. Cliff is onto something as opposed to Czech hockey, for example. Hockey in Canada is getting extremely expensive, driving out the grit and encouraging rich kid players. It's expensive. It is expensive to play hockey in Canada, and especially at the high levels. Incredible amount of money it costs. Great game. Big love from Czechs. Refs sucked. Okay, Maddie, thank you for coming in and sharing that opinion. I thought it was a great game as well. Czechs are better coached. They deserve it. They are always tough. Yeah, I mean, they were quick. They were tough. Martin says, I don't want to talk about the Canucks today, maybe unless we're bashing them. Dude, as you saw in my last video last night, I ranted for 22 minutes about the Boston game. Then I went on and I made a short video, okay? And you don't want to talk about it, but you brought it up. So I made a short video, okay, on my profile today about, so I did the Pedersen. If you look at this, can you see that? The Pedersen one here got 7,400 views. Then I did a Sherwood video last night. Then this morning I posted my not good enough. You're not going to see it there. That not good enough one. I already have 1,300 views on it. It's insane how much people are wanting to talk about it. And then on YouTube, it just goes to show that people want to talk about the Canucks. You know what I mean? So it's so interesting how much people want to talk about this team, and you brought them up. So that not good enough video on YouTube got me 1,000 views. The Kiefer Sherwood got 1,000 views. You know, so yeah, it's just crazy to think. So people want to talk about Vancouver right now. Bad press is good press, apparently. Dev Dog says, I kind of thought there would have been more fans at the game, being Minnesota. I thought the same thing. Canada has heart for sure, just bad on defense. Okay. Bears defense is cheeks, Jack says. I mean, yeah, sometimes they always play bad in the first half. I was hoping Canada would play a more physical game. I think once Brady Martin went out, that's when it changed. Jets do it. Said the tourney is only a big deal in Canada. Haven't tuned in since the mid 2000s. Great football game. Who won against the Ravens and the Steelers? I was going back and forth, but I didn't. I'm assuming Pittsburgh won. But last I saw it is Lamar Jackson throwing the long touchdown to Zay Flowers. But I don't know. They were up, so. But someone just messaged me, it sucks for the young kicker. And I'm like, I don't even know what he's saying. I definitely think that a lot of them are getting drafted, if not all of them, you know? So, yeah. Brickvetti, tell the Jets to start winning. We need first overall. Yeah. And he's going to pass along the message. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm making a video. I came from behind and won a pool, and I'm going to be making a small video on my channel that you are going to watch and want to watch, and it's going to be really good. It's incredible. So make sure you're following RevTrev NFL, and I'll show you what I won. It's amazing. I had some other leagues I didn't do so well in, but this one league that was important, that there was a prize for, I won, and it was amazing. So you see the story there. Our best player just got suspended, Logan Stanley. Not really the best player. It's a joke. He's a big boy, man. Got suspended for the sucker punch, but he dropped his gloves, and Brady, was it Brady Tkachuk? It's like, did you not see him drop the gloves, man? So tough to see Misha and McKenna not getting on the stat sheet for penalties, not points. Well, they got on for points. Just not enough points is what you're saying. See, the first goal, Misha got the assist. And then McKenna got on that Reshny goal. He got an assist. So, yeah, it's just not enough. Just not enough. Right? Yeah, you're right. Too much on the penalty. You're right. You're right, Russ. Why did I even question you? You watched the game, okay? I didn't know the Jets were that bad, to be honest. It's surprising. Dreamer says, thanks for the stream. It helped. Go Canada, go. They're going to win bronze. Good night. Good night, man. Great to see you. Finally, some fans realize the Canucks are simply not talented enough, even when Quinn Hughes was on the team. I don't know really what it is. If people think the Canucks are skilled, then what is it? I think, okay, honest truth, Martin, I think that it's a league of parity. It's really close. Any team can win on any given night. But I just think with the injuries and the lack of chemistry that is being built, it's just that they have struggled. I think if they were healthy, this team is actually a good enough team to fight for the wild card spot. That's what I think. But with the injuries, with the chemistry, with all the young players that are playing, they're not good enough. And yeah, they're just not good enough. Jack says, no, I'm not going to lie. I didn't watch the Canucks game last night. Was watching the Seahawks. Good choice. Still pumped about that one. How the Canucks do. Well, if I was you, I would go watch the first 22 minutes of that video and just see me rant. You'll get a really good perspective on that. But I didn't think that we played well last night. In fact, I didn't think we were good enough. We were on the back-to-back, but we were at home, so it shouldn't matter. And we lost in overtime. So, and that sounds like it was closer than it was, because it really wasn't. So Canada getting bronze is good too. Honored to be third place. There, yeah, it's fair. It's fair. If we win, Finland will want to win that game, man. They wanted to be in the final. They're disappointed too. Two disappointed teams playing in that bronze medal game. Maybe that's the game to watch. People will blame the top players, but your team, Canada, can't give up 6 goals in a must-win game. Need target structure. There you go, Jack. Trade Pedersen to Carolina Hurricanes. Yeah, you keep coming in and telling me that. I don't think he's getting traded. I know you want him traded. Connor, good to see you. I know what I'm about to say will not make Canadians better here, but I think it's good for the IIF HF that the World Juniors will have another winner. If the Czechs win the gold medal game, that would be good. That's a fair statement. What's the point in going for the wild card? It's to make the playoffs. And this is what I'm saying. To get swept by Colorado and get the 15th overall pick, I think we're better off than we are right now. I understand what you're saying, and we need to rebuild, and I get that. But I just want to go on record to say I want to see my team in the playoffs every single year. In order to win a Stanley Cup, you have to make the playoffs, and then you just never know what will happen. The 82 Canucks should have never been there. And somehow found a way to win round by round, and then ran into the juggernauts of the Islanders. Well, that was a great season for us. I would rather be in the playoffs than not, and I it sucks losing games. It's bad for business. It's bad for fans. It's bad for business. I'm talking about the owner, for the franchise. It's bad for them. But I get it. We need to rebuild, and I'm okay with rebuilding. But I'm just saying that this team, I want to see my team make the playoffs, and then see what can happen. Get in and see what can happen. That's my thing. Yeah. Now Colorado is stacked, so you want to get the second highest one there, and then maybe you have a better chance. So. Rick Fetty says, I hope Canada goaltending improves over the next decade. We used to have the best. Now they're just very good. I don't want to crap on anyone. I just miss Waugh, Broder, Price. Yeah. Luongo. Canucks still got a standing point via that overtime loss. I know. And you're going to watch the World Junior game. That's awesome, man. I hope you enjoy it. I'm at work, so I can't. Yeah, check out first 22 minutes, man. I go nuts on the Boston game. It's hilarious. What country will Trump go after next? Cuba or Greenland? I have no idea. Zero idea. Willington says, how many teams can win a Stanley Cup without a superstar goalie? Looking at you, Edmonton and Carolina. With that in mind, do we keep Demko and pray he can go injury-free in the future? That's the plan. That's the plan, Willington. We were planning on winning, not rebuilding, so I hope he does. To be fair, we always test the Avs. We lost them in overtime at home and then 3-1 on the road, but we played well against them. They're one of the only teams that force us to play well. Yeah, that's a good point, Connor. The Canucks haven't played great for over a week, but at least they're not the Winnipeg Jets. And we would want them to be the Winnipeg Jets because we want to be last. Trump, what country? No. Yeah, I'm not interested in getting into a political conversation here. We're talking about hockey, everyone. I disagree, Connor. Sure, we go to OT, but Colorado doesn't really care. It only turns it up for one period, then pulls away. Colorado is the best team in the NHL right now, everyone. So, yeah, they should win the Stanley Cup, but I've seen great teams not win it. So you got to do it in the playoffs. So Jets have MVP goaltending and depth throughout their lineup. What happened? I do not know, Dave. I am absolutely in shock why they're so bad. Has Linden signed that poster behind you? No, it's Kirk McLean. I don't have the Trevor Linden signature on it. No. So what do I think Vancouver should do? I've been talking about that in all my videos. So yeah, a trade. I think we're going to trade. Well, I thought we were going to trade Sherwood. I don't know now. Might try to extend him. I think Kane's definitely on the move. Wouldn't be surprised if they moved a guy like DeBrusk. I don't think they can move Höglander. Yeah, I think we should trade some of our older, aging veterans and go from there and try to get a top pick. That's what I think. Poor Jet fans. President Trophy last year. What a tough season. Yeah, they were really good. Why don't you think number 40 will get traded? Won't get traded. I think he will and waive his no trade clause. He needs a change of scenery, and I pray to the hockey gods that they send him packing. Well, Darren, I've been saying for 2 years that we need to trade him, that we could get a lot for him. And they didn't do that. It was before he has no trade clause kicked in, before they signed him to the contract. And we haven't done it. Even when, so I don't think he's getting traded. Like, I thought there was possibilities. Now that this is on, it's the worst time to trade Pettersson on a no movement clause. He controls all the pieces to it, and then we won't get as much for him as we need to. So I think the Canucks are sticking with him. He's younger. They want to keep him. That's exactly why I think it. It's not because I don't think we should or we won't get good return. Good enough. Well, we might not get good enough. I don't want to trade him if we don't get good enough return. I'm just saying that. Jack, we're in a good spot just to collect assets and then become a powerhouse like San Jose in a few years. Yeah, if the chips fall the way they should fall. Joke, Trev. I know picking a side politically could really crash you. You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about what side I pick. Honestly, I one of the reasons why I like doing this channel is because I just like talking about sports. And so I think that the thing that I have a hard time as a Canadian is how obsessed Canadians are with U.S. politics. And we don't vote, but we act like we can vote. And so I think for me, that's another reason why I don't really want to get into it here on my channel. I could care less about U.S. politics. I do also find it interesting at the same time. So, but I just don't think like it doesn't help the world saying, hey, what does RevTrev think about United States politics? I've got some really interesting opinions. I think I have some good opinions on it, but I don't think that's why you guys showed up to talk. Yeah, I think you just want to talk about Team Canada, Czech semifinal, Canucks. So yeah, but I appreciate you, man. I don't think it would crash my channel or anything. What do you think of McKenna's performances overall? Should we go for him if we're in the lottery? Or Stenberg? I think right now Stenberg is a better choice, but I'd be happy with either one. Honestly, I'd be happy with either one. So yeah, I mean, people want to talk about it, but this is not the place for it. So Winnipeg lost Ehlers. That hurt. The replacements, Taves, Nyquist, Pearson, and Shen aren't good. The team has 4 or 5 bad contracts. And the cherry on the top is Arnell. Is that how you say it? Hasn't changed the lines in all year. Wow. Never talked politics during dinner and a podcast. Big mistake. Actually, you know what? I do want to let me go on a little bit of a thing for this. So you know how everyone says don't talk about, like, if you're at the dinner and people are like, don't talk about religion and don't talk about politics, right? But everyone wants to talk about those two things. So where can you go and talk about that? That's a great question to ask. I think everyone wants to. That's why their views on political and religious videos and short videos go through the roof, because at the end of the day, it's what people want to discuss. But I would prefer, instead of politics, to talk about sports. The religious conversation, I love having those conversations with people. So if you ever want to have that, that's great. But the politics one doesn't interest me, to be honest. So the Jets just lost Ehlers and Mason Appleton last season and replaced them with poor quality past their prime players. That's fair. Jack, I'd still take McKenna because of high ceiling. If he's on, he's on. Besides, if he busts, then we're in the lottery again. I mean, you're not going to bust with them, but yeah, EP40, man. EP40's guy. Can you believe that after Hughes left, we've another D-man who is challenging PD for the leading point scorer this season? Hronek has tied him on 25. That is nuts, and yet nobody saw that. I did not see that coming. Hey, congrats to the Czechs. Congrats to the Czechs. Well deserved. Well deserved. Good job. Either way, I like the other guys in the draft too. Can't really go wrong if you're Vancouver. Just keep stacking talent. I agree. I hope we have 3 first-round picks this year. That's what I hope. Very dangerous to talk about those things over the dinner podcast. Check rocks. Oh, Pavel. Awkward. What do the Canucks do about Besser? As of right now, he isn't worth a bag of pucks. Just getting rid of him for whatever they can get. I don't think you can get rid of him. Nobody wants that contract. Yeah, I agree, man. No need for that. No need for that. You won. Congrats. Win well. Besser needs a playmaker. He's lost right now. I agree. He doesn't have good chemistry with Pettersson. He's missing JT Miller. Yeah, Jets season has been disaster top to bottom. Who is the third pick? Tynan, what's his name? NHL draft. Prospects 2026. Let's see. Draft calendar. I thought elite prospects. Oh, NHL. Yeah, it doesn't show it properly. Doesn't show it. I don't know where I can find that. I'll have to look for that. Tynan is the centerman though. Crying Canada. Okay, yeah, no, I mean, I'm upset where we lost. I mean, I wish we would have won, but I'd keep him, Bruce, as well as Brock loves it here, and he's a good veteran example. Yeah, he'll turn it around a little bit. Yeah, stick to Canucks. More invested in the Canucks. Any politics anywhere in the world is a joke. Wellington, neither Boston or Toronto was going all the way with Kessel as the main man, but in Pittsburgh, he was perfectly positioned. That's what I hope for EP40's future in Van. So we just need 2 or 3 new stars. Great question, Kempy. Thanks. Appreciate it, Colin. I'm not going to answer the politics one. The politics of NHL hockey we could talk about for sure. David Perkvetti says, it's all good for me. I still go to the games, season tickets with Moose, and a highly vocal chirping fan with great signs using a whiteboard. Never going to get me down. Sweet. Yeah, they really gutted it out tonight for sure. The guy I'd get rid of is EP40, but we all know that. Sherwood too, because he's UFA, get more draft picks. I think if we can get a first-round pick for Sherwood, I would do that, but I want to keep Sherwood. I'd love to keep him on the team. Who do you got between the Packers and the Bears? Yeah, I'm a Packers fan. Listen. I am more than a Packers fan. Like, it is nuts. Like, I've got another channel, RevTrev NFL. Go check it out. Who do you got between the Bears and the Packers? I think the Bears should win, but I think that we have more than a legitimate shot of winning this game. So I'm not afraid of the Bears. I think they should be afraid of us. If they lose, oh my gosh, they will never hear the end of that. It's been a lot, but they should win. The Bears should win, but I don't think we've rested all our guys, and hopefully we're going to be ready to go. I mean, we got Josh Jacobs and Love coming back. Watson's healthy. I wish Parsons was there. I wish Tucker Kraft was there, but yeah, I won't get too much into it because I'm sitting there and this is a Canucks channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are NFL fans too. But if you want to check that out, RevTrev NFL. I don't think any of the consensus top 5 picks are guaranteed to be elite. I mean, it depends on what elite means. Are we talking McKinnon, McDavid? Can you even say Matthews anymore? I don't think you can. Kucherov, yeah, probably not. But maybe they turn into Forsbergs or Datsuk's. That's pretty good. Have you ever watched Next Level Soul? I sometimes listen to it. No, I've never listened to that. 26 draft prospects. I was there for NHL rankings 26. Let's see this one. Let's go to Elite Prospects. Draft Central Scouting. Is there an elite one yet? Top 32. No, that's EU. Draft prospects hockey top. Okay, let's just go to this one. Okay, I'll bring this up. Okay, we're gonna stop it here. I'll bring this one up. This is just draft prospects hockey top 32 June ranking. June ranking, guys. Yeah, I mean, they're not there yet, right? They're not there yet. So it's McKenna, Verhoff, Stenberg, Boruc. Where's the Tyan Lawrence? That's the kid that a lot of people are talking about. So yeah, can we not get a more daily face-off? Let's see if they got one. Okay, so they were November ranking. McKenna, Verhoff, Stenberg, Belchik's, Lawrence. Yeah. So Reed for the States, he's very good. Yeah, I don't know if you can see these or not. Hard to see, right? Let's go back to here. Okay. Trev, another guy to watch is this Boruc on Team Sweden. Yep. He's a center. He's very good, especially with this tournament. We also have his brother. That's cool. It's cool. I know lots of fans just want there. Oh, my buddy just messaged me. Said he was out. He didn't see it. I didn't watch the Ravens game. The ending either. Who won? The amount of untradeable players on the Canucks is crazy. Untradeable as in no teams want to take the contracts and no players want to play for the Canucks. Yes, that sucks. I disagree, Martin. Definitely tradable. Just the Canucks don't want to trade him because they want players in return. Martin doesn't want any more Swedes, especially named Boruc. I just want good players. That's it. So, the Steelers won. Okay, shocking. Steelers BS is real, Connor says. Okay, I've been on for almost 55 minutes. We're just going to answer a couple more questions, everyone. Sherwood has been all the price of admission some nights, and he can show the young guys how to play with grit. I like that. Stenberg will be a great Swede. I wouldn't be scared of him. Playoffs probably, but I doubt they have a run. Oh, you're talking about the Moose? Matthews was only good enough because of Marner. Since he left, leagues have become worse than a joke, and Matthews is not captain material. Yeah, they should have kept Tavares. Should still Do that. Guesses tomorrow. I'm going to go with Sweden and Canada. Actually, I'm going to go Sweden and I'm going to go Finland. And the reason why is I think because Canada, it's gold or bust. And because they're not in the gold medal game, they're not coming to play. They're not going to be ready. And Finland wants that bronze medal. So I'm going to cheer for Canada. Don't get me wrong. Would you trade Sherwood Strip for Maverick Bork? That's a great question. I would be tempted. I'd be tempted for sure. I think Maverick Bork is a very good player. Name the team in the NHL that has the most failed Swedes. Oh, yeah, Canucks. Failed cups, failed contracts. Yeah, again, Martin, just go watch my video, Canucks Need More Swedes video, and I think you're going to get a lot more information. I think you already watched that one, though. Depends which Swedes we are going to add. Canucks scouting definitely got a lot of intel from this tournament, for sure, for sure. Louis Eriksson was not good. No, you're right. I personally think Caleb Maholcha goes before 18, but who knows? Yeah, and we won't get him. And the junior Canucks will play for gold. There you go. Lefty all rounds here. If you put Linus Karlsson on the fourth line again, Coach Foote, I want you fired immediately. Okay. There's a lot of good players in the draft, a lot of elite players, not just franchise like Bedard or Celebrini. Doesn't matter to me, though, because we're rebuilding, and so we're going to have multiple drafts to go. Too good. Just a heads up. I've got this, and I need to bring up the graphic so you guys can see it. Let me just see if I can get this. I got a video that I'm going to do tomorrow night. And where is it? This is what the graphic looks like. So tomorrow night, check it out, okay, everyone. Make sure that you come back tomorrow night because we're going to be talking about the Canucks youth movement, okay? The Canucks youth movement. So make sure you're back tomorrow night. We're going to be discussing this. It's going to be more of a positive stream for sure. But yeah, I know we'll also talk about the World Junior Tournament as well. Thomas is here and says 3 years in a row the Czech Republic eliminated Canada. How's that possible? I think the Czechs are just simply better. I think they have a great scheme. They have quick, talented, and physical players. I think they play a good system. So Elian says, I think Canada's cockiness fueled our team. Should have shaken hands in the preliminary match. Exactly. Thank you so much, Dev Dog. Love doing hockey conversations. I didn't get a chance to watch the juniors game. How was Coots? Coots was okay. He had one play that kind of falls on his shoulders for possibly leading to a goal. Not necessarily it was his fault, but it wasn't great. So he played okay. Didn't play a lot. So anyways, we're going to call it a night, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'll show the Canucks outro just because why not? It's really good. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Going to be talking about the Canucks youth movement. Thanks so much for being here. Believe in blue. Team Tank. Go Canucks, go.